What an episode, guys! Boba Fett is back! What's up, YouTubers of the world? MegaGeekMixer here to give you guys my review on this week's episode of Mandalorian Season 2. Guys, what an episode! Action-packed, non-stop action-packed, with a badass return of Boba Fett, but also don't mess with Grogu! Why do I say that? Oh, guys, you are not gonna believe it. But at the end of this episode, when unfortunately he has finally been captured by Moff Gideon, he showed that these stormtroopers who were guarding him that you can't mess with this kid, as he just started force throwing them all over the place like a bunch of rag dolls. It just made me laugh like nonstop. I couldn't just help myself. And even as a matter of fact, Moff Gideon was enjoying it himself. I'll explain more on that later, but this is all really gonna be talking about how badass it is to see Boba Fett back with all the action we saw from this guy and all the kick-assness that makes him the bounty hunter that he is and the likable character we like him as. But before doing that, we gotta go ahead here and talk about the beginning of the episode when Mando was once again still having so much fun saying Grogu's name. And that's basically relating to us, the audience, on how we continue to say his name, trying to get used to that, because let's face it, we calling him Baby Yoda and the child has stuck with us for quite some time. It's going to take a while to be just calling him Grogu. So don't forgive me if I'm going to call him the child or Baby Yoda, but I'm going to try to call him Grogu here as I'm going through this review. But now, having said that, though, of course, they make it a TIE font quicker than I thought, but hey, if this is to help move the plot forward and all by all means, go for it. Which, by the way, this episode was good, but I can't say it was better than the Jedi, because that one really helped us get a lot more information about a lot of things going forward. Not just for the season and future seasons of Mandalorian, but for other spin-off series these guys are planning on doing. But either way, though, when they finally get there and Mando was all confused on being like, what do I do now? I was supposed to just sit you here and you're supposed to do what you do. And he even tried to find a switch around that thing. Oh, it was hilarious. Him being a child of the watch and making him be like not knowledgeable about some of the well-known things out there. It's actually kind of funny, to be honest with you. Very funny. But either way, though, here, this is where Boba Fett came in, wanting his Mandalorian armor back. But man, was it great to see him, and not just him, but Fennec back as well. If you guys don't remember her, she was back in episode 5 of season 1 when Mando was helping another bounty hunter try to capture her, and she was left for dead. But it turns out that it was Boba Fett who rescued her. And just like how Luke lost an arm, she was shot in the stomach, but it's been replaced by robotic parts. Now, not a robot or anything, just replacing a part of her organ, I guess, as you could say it were. But either way, though, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't have said that, but I'm sorry, guys. Just bear with me. I'm just so psyched by what I just saw. I don't know how any of y'all cannot be psyched if you haven't seen this episode yet. But definitely, guys, love this episode. And the big part about it was all the action scene that came through with it. First off, though, which shows us here that while Boba Fett may be a ruthless bounty hunter, he's also a very reasonable guy to negotiate things out without having to do bloodshed, which we shouldn't be surprised about. He's just a bounty hunter making a living, and sure, most of the time he has been an antagonist to the protagonist and stuff, but it's a job. It's nothing personal. He's just doing a job because he's a bounty hunter hired to do a job, and he just goes through with it. But that's still not to say he has some personal grudges against some Jedi out there, such as Mace Windu. But either way, though, it was so great to see how he shows his negotiating skills. But then this is where we get to see his badass skills as he helped Mando and Fennec fight off stormtroopers who were following Mando all this time. And yes, what a great scene we had here. Fennec played by Ming-Na, who, no surprise, she always does amazing action scenes. If y'all don't believe, go watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. if y'all have not watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as Melinda May kicks ass, and just like in this scene here, she kicks ass all over the place with shooting her gun and flying through the air and shooting all these stormtroopers down, but also cleverly using a pile of rock to knock out some of the gunpowder that these men have. But not just them, we also get to see Mando with not just showing some of his close combat skills where he's just kicking ass with these stormtroopers. I love it, just beating the shit out of them. Pardon the language, guys, but what can I say? He was just awesome. And it only got better when he got his armor back. And when he got his armor back, he really showed why we are a big fan of Boba Fett. Do not mess with this guy. He is a badass that you just don't want to make an enemy out. If that's not proof enough for you when he's knocking out all those stormtroopers, check when he uses that rocket launcher on his jetpack to knock out both of the ships that were used to bring those stormtroopers onto the planet. He knocked both of those down with that one shot. That's how much of a badass that Boba Fett is, and I loved every minute of it. Unfortunately, though, things soon went south here, as not only did Mando unfortunately lose the kid to Moff Gideon as he sent dark troopers out there to capture Grogu. Sorry guys, I was about to say the child, but I'm, like I said, trying to work on just saying Grogu. But it wasn't just capturing Grogu, he destroyed the Razor Crest. Oh my god, I can't believe the Razor Crest is gone. That's been with Mando for so long, so you know he had a bit of a connection with it. That was a ship he had for so long, so yeah, I can bet he felt bad for that. Luckily, though, a few of the important things survived. That being the little ball that Grogu always likes to play with, which, of course, Mando played with it earlier on in the episode. And then, of course, the Beskar staff. And after which, though, having gotten his armor back and having worked together to protect each other from the stormtroopers, Mando gained allies in both Boba Fett and Finnick, and now they're gonna work together to rescue the kid. So yeah, two badass mercenaries on your side to take on to try to rescue the kid. That's awesome, but let's just hope they know what they're doing, because they're going after an Imperial ship with lots of people in there. But I'm sure they'll figure some way out, because Mando not only had them, he also went back to Navarra, where he informed Cara that the kid had been captured. Well, not at first. First, he was trying to get one of the prisoners from last season, episode 6, I believe it was, a guy named Mig. I forget his last name, but he's one of the guys he left in that New Republic in prison after they sprang someone else. Now he's going to spring this guy to track down Moff Gideon's ship. And at first, Cara was hesitant to do so because now they are under New Republic watch and jurisdiction, I guess you could say it is. And she has rules to follow. But once she heard that the kid's been captured, you can tell right off the bat, she's going to just be like, fuck these rules. I'm gonna rescue that kid. I don't care what I gotta do. Because she's grown an attachment to Grogu just as much as any of us have. So it's understandable. But then, once again, back on over to what I said earlier about Grogu using the Force just to ragdoll, force pull, and throw those stormtroopers all over the place. Like I said, guys, Moff Gideon was enjoying it so much that he paused one of his stormtroopers from stunning the kid. But then the big part came was when he showed the kid the Darksaber. Yes, and man, I can already imagine it. The Beskar staff, Mando using that to fight off Moff Gideon. It's going to be insane. But this is also where I'm also believing Bo-Katan's going to make her appearance sometime soon as well. That's just my guess, though, but I'm pretty sure it'll happen. As for Ahsoka Tano, I'm not sure on her end, but I hope she does come back, because it would be great to see all these guys working together just to get Grogu back. It shows how much people care for this kid, just like we all do. But before I go ahead and leave, guys, once again, what an episode. Action pack all the way. Badass Boba Fett, badass Finnick, all the action everywhere, Western like style, and Star Wars and everything. Beautifully done. And as for the kid, when he used the Force to reach out to people and had a force barrier on him. This makes me wonder who will it be that reaches out to him, and will he go with them? Because some part of me still wants him to go stay with Mando and become a Mandalorian who has Jedi-like abilities. And who knows? Maybe there's a possibility that could happen. Maybe. I'm not quite sure. But I hope it does happen. Like, maybe say, go away, train for Jedi for a bit, but then return, become a Mandalorian. I don't know. I just really don't want the kid to leave. But if he does, you'll eventually move on from it and stuff. At least I think we will. We'll see. But until then, guys, I'm going to go ahead and leave it all at that. Once again, amazing episode. And I hope you guys have enjoyed it yourselves just like I did. But until then, if you're enjoying my videos, all you got to do is click that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon to be notified when I make more videos. And until then, MegaGeekMixer signing out. Bye!